Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. So this is actually going to be a quick video, and I'm going to be as thorough as possible on things to look for when you're renting or buying a bike, and that is like in Asia in general, but more specifically I would say it's going to be in Vietnam to do the Northern Loop. So let's check out a couple things so that you don't get jacked, because you're going to see tons of bikes out there for sale or rent, and I just want to make sure that you get the best bike possible. Let's check it out. Okay, so I would say first and foremost, the most important thing is going to be the motor. Okay, so second of all, don't burn yourself. I've burned myself like 10 times on the pipe. So check the oil. That's going to be your first deal. You want to make sure the oil is good. If the oil has any kind of discoloring or foggy look to it or anything like that, you're going to want to avoid the bike completely. Okay, it should be clean oil. If it's not clean oil, have them change it if you're looking to buy a bike. Personally, I 100% recommend renting a bike. Actually, this is going to be the place here. It's going to be Styles, if you can see it, Style Motorbikes. There's all the information there, but that's completely up to you. A lot of people like to purchase them, so this is going to be both for renting and purchasing. If the oil needs to be changed, have it changed by them. It's only like $4, and ask the mechanic if he can check things out while you're doing it. He'll check it out probably for free. Other than that, if you hear any freaking knocking or noise coming from this here or this area, in this general area, do not buy the bike. The motor or the pins are knocking, and it's probably about to blow. You don't want a blown motor, especially on those roads up there. Another thing is going to be, if you come to this specific place, you won't have to worry about it. But this is going to be my tire tread after about 2 weeks of pretty rough riding up in the north. But it's important that you have something like, I would say a minimum of something like this when you're actually going up north. Yeah, that's one of the owners. Say hi. So it's really important that you have lots of tread on these, because you're going on roads probably that are going to be like off-road and stuff. Remember, you don't have an off-road bike. If you're renting this one, they do have options for like bigger bikes, if you see like CBR 250s and 150s and stuff like that. But just keep an eye. Check the suspension. Make sure the suspension's good. If you're buying a bike, try to make sure it has some kind of rack on it. If you're going to Styles, they're going to include like bungees for free and stuff like that. The comfortable seat is probably going to be a super huge important thing. If it's got a locking gas cap, make sure you get the key. Make sure you go ahead and make a couple extra keys, put them in your pack. Put a cell phone charger on here. If you get them from Styles, they have this as well as like a USB port, which is cool, so you can actually charge while you're going. Make sure all of your gauges are working. Don't worry too much about the miles, because to be completely honest, like, everybody is going to ride differently. It might ride good, it might ride bad. If you have any issues whatsoever starting, if it starts slow, if it starts with any issues whatsoever, if you have to start it while it's in first or second or something like that, stay away from the bike, okay? I know you're gonna get some crappy bikes out there. I rented this bike, this specific bike, Betsy, for 2 weeks without a single issue. I had 3 flat tires, but that's just normal because you're on some crazy roads. But if you have any issues with starting, if your blinkers aren't working, if your headlight's not working, you have to check your horn, make sure you have both mirrors. These things seem simple, but it's really important. The other thing is the front brakes look like it's going to be drum, but if you have brakes, mine are both drum, but let me see if I can. He doesn't have any scooters here, but if you have scooters, you're going to have right inside here is going to be like a pad. Make sure you got a thickness of about 1/4 inch on there, because otherwise you're going to be changing your brakes really soon. Other than that, just use your best judgment. Make sure all the levers are working, the gas. Take it on a long, fast ride. If it wobbles at high speeds, get rid of the bike. There's probably been wrecked like crazy. If you come to Style Motorbikes, and this is not necessarily a plug, but I just brought it back. I went for 2 weeks. The bike was fantastic. It was a 2017 model. The people are awesome. There's the owner there. Say hi. Great people, really awesome people. I had no issues whatsoever. I did have One issue where I left my light on and the battery went dead. I called the number is actually right here. I called that and they talked to the guy. He actually charged it up for me, no problem, free of charge. They also have the kickstand option. But these are just things that you should actually look for. If you have any questions about styles of bikes, this is going to be the Honda Win version, like the Vietnamese version of the Honda Win. So you might not find Wins necessarily, but this one's going to be the D-Tech. It's actually pretty good. It had sufficient, I'm like a 200 plus pound dude, plus my pack was about another additional 100 pounds. I had no issues getting up any of the hills, any of the switchbacks or anything like that. Brakes stayed good, everything stayed good. So please, if you're looking to rent, it's about, I think it's about 180 bucks for 3 weeks, 140 bucks for 2 weeks. They'll either hold your passport. You can also rent these bikes and actually drop them off in Ho Chi Minh or Hue or whatever. So you can do the Northern Loop, you can do down through Vietnam and do different things. This specific place actually does not sell bikes. It's actually only for rentals, but it's a really cool place, super friendly people. I recommend renting them because if you're buying a bike, you're buying somebody else's problems. This company is specifically in business to get their bikes back in good condition. They do require a deposit or the passport. The deposit's like, it varies between bike to bike. This bike was a $410 deposit, which was actually just returned to me in full in my pocket right now. So it's really awesome. I love this place. It's really cool. But if you have any questions, please put your comment section in the section below. I will have more videos to come. There is also a video on things to look for while traveling in the north and like safety and stuff like that. So that being said, if you guys like our video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Again, remember to spread love, not hate. Be stronger than your excuses and travel because you're not freaking dead yet. Peace, guys.